There is a simple three-step process that can be used to graph the equation of a line that is written in slope-intercept form. First, we plot the y-intercept on the graph. Next, we use the slope to find more points. And finally, we connect the points to graph the line. Let's look at the example y equals 2/3 x minus 1. Remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, in which m represents the slope and b the y-coordinate of the y-intercept. So we can see for this equation that the slope is 2/3 and the y-intercept is the point 0, -1. We'll start drawing the graph by plotting that y-intercept, 0, -1, on the coordinate plane. Now, since we have a slope of 2/3, we can move from that point up 2 units along the y-axis and to the right 3 units along the x-axis to identify the point 3, 1 as another point on our line. We can continue this process, moving up 2 and to the right 3, and find a third point, 6, 3. Finally, we connect these 3 points, and we have the graph of our line. Let's look at a second example. In this case, our equation is 4x plus 2y equals 8. Now, we could graph this equation by finding intercepts, but if we want to use slope-intercept form, we first need to solve the equation for y. We can do this by subtracting 4x on both sides to obtain 2y equals -4x plus 8, and then dividing both sides by 2 to obtain the equation y equals -2x plus 4. This equation has a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of 0, 4. So to draw the graph, we start at that y-intercept, 0, 4. And since our slope is -2, remember that this would be a rise of -2 and a run of 1. So we actually count down 2 units and to the right 1 unit to reach the point 1, 2. Then we can repeat that process, down 2 to the right 1 to reach the point 2, 0. And then we can connect these 3 points to complete the graph of our line. Let's look at one final example. In this case, we're graphing the equation x minus 2y equals 6. Once again, this equation is not in slope-intercept form, so we'll isolate y by subtracting x from both sides. So we have -2y equals -x plus 6. Then we divide both sides by -2. So we have y equals -1x over -2 would simply be 1/2 x. And then plus 6 over -2, which is -3. So our equation is y equals 1/2 x minus 3, meaning the slope of the line is 1/2, and the y-intercept is the point 0, -3. So let's plot that y-intercept on the graph. We have a rise of 1 and a run of 2. So our point 2, -2 is also on the graph. Continuing in the same way, we see that the point 4, -1 is also on the graph. And now that we have these 3 points, we will connect them to graph the line.